Learn how a walk around the block can be the best exercise you can get. It's live and it's right here on 2 at 4.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. Welcome to the 2 at 4 show on this Monday afternoon. I'm back from vacation and Paul took off. Tom Parker's filling in for him.
They couldn't take it. How was your cruise? Great?
Oh, it was wonderful. It really was a lot of
fun. Did you really eat 10 times a day on those things?
I did. I did. Every once in a while, viewers write in and say, she's so skinny. Tell her to beef up. Well, I did. So I expect letters from people saying, you know, she's so hefty.
Now, you get yourself a 35-inch screen, so she'll look a little bit better on there instead.
Welcome, Tom. It's good to have you back.
It's good to be here. It's going to be a fun week.
Up next on 2 at 4, walk around the clock for the best health benefits according to our next guest.
One, 2, 3, 4. Count it out, Kelly.
5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3.
Welcome back to the 2 at 4 program. We're happy to welcome to our show now a gentleman who, they say, started the walking craze. As of last year, 55 million people were doing exercise walking in the United States. So I guess you could say he is to feet what Henry Ford was to automobiles. Will you please welcome Gary Yanker? Hi, Gary. Gary, not only did you start it, but you have continued to lead the field of exercise walking. You have all kinds of books and tapes to your credit. The two newest, Gary Yanker's Walking Workouts, safe, convenient, vigorous program for everyone who wants to be fit. And there's a tape, too, Gary Yanker's Walking Workouts. So, boy, it's big business, isn't it? Is this the new exercise craze? Is this the one that's going to stay forever?
I was in New York and some advertising agency said, walking's hot.
But now, unlike running, because believe me, in the last 10 years I've interviewed a lot of people who wrote books about jogging and running, people don't have to worry so much about injuries when they walk, do they?
Oh, really? That's the #1 benefit. When you think about it, you can walk a lifetime. There are some walkers who have 250,000 miles of walking under their belt. Imagine running that many miles. You'd be a wreck.
But they do it without major injury.
No injury. There's no such thing as walker's knee, walker's hip, walker's elbow. Really, the only injury, and it's really blisters, not injury, and there's no, it's because when you walk, you land with 1 times your body weight. When you run, you go airborne, and you land with 4 times your body weight. It makes a big difference.
There's so much less stress. Do you need special equipment? Do you need walking shoes? I know there are some put out now.
There are many. There are 15 new companies with walking shoes. Danner here in Portland puts out a walking shoe. It's comfort. It's really comfort. I even say for beach walkers to wear walking shoes because it gives you more support in the sand. I mean, you can do a short beach walk barefoot, but if you're really exercising on the beach, walking shoes are important.
I always thought walking barefoot on the beach was great exercise for your feet and legs.
It is under a mile, but if you're doing like some people 3 to 5 miles on the beach, I recommend wearing shoes.
You will have to forgive me, and I know you'll set me straight, but when I read in your material that there are 6 ways to walk, I chuckled a little bit. Because I mean, I walk all the time. It says there are 6 different techniques for walking. Well, could you tell us about those or demonstrate them?
65 techniques and 6 walking styles.
Oh, come on. We all walk. We walked across the studio. How could there be 65 ways to do it?
Let me show you. Some of them. Well, for one thing, the way you make walking more dynamic is with a bigger step. I think that's perhaps the most important technique. So here we are in place. Both feet point in the direction of travel.
All right.
About shoulder width apart or hip width apart, depending on how heavy we are.
Oh, hip width apart?
Hip width apart.
Okay.
And when you land, follow me, that's about a normal walking step. Now what I teach you with technique is to take another 6 to 13 inches onto that step. Now, it feels funny, right?
Yeah, it does.
But after a while, when you're stretching and walking, you're able to take a longer stride. And walking speed is a function more of a longer step than rapid leg movement. You know, we can't move our legs fast. A lot of us are real slow, but we can walk faster with a wider stride. And of course, the arm, left arm, goes with the opposite leg. And the arms help propel you forward, but more importantly, they split your legs apart. They help you have a longer stride.
Oh, so if you raise your arms more, your stride will be longer,
If you pump with your arms, you know, one arm pumps back, the other one goes forward, and you're actually splitting your legs further apart.
Okay.
Now, one of the stretches that we do, and there are 4 basic walker stretches.
Oh, are you saying these are stretches you need to do before you start to walk?
Actually, before you start a walking workout, you need to walk to warm up for about 5 to 10 minutes because you've got to get the blood
Should you stretch
circulating.
before your walking workout?
No.
Okay. So you have your walking workout, then you stretch, then you have your walking workout.
That's right.
Okay. All right, I'm following you so far.
So, assuming that we're walking in place like we do in the video, and we walk a few steps forward and a few steps back, and maybe cross over a step or 2.
Oh, kind of like dance.
And then cross over a step. And this is, by the way, to music. And now we've done this for about 5 minutes and we're warmed up. The blood has rushed to our muscles and our leg. Now we can do a stretch.
All right, what
And
stretch
now
do we do?
We do one of the basic 4, which is the lunge stretch. And it's a great stretch because it stretches that stride.
Yes, it certainly
and
does.
on the top,
Okay.
you also stretch the muscles you use to pump. The chest and shoulder.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And
Okay.
you switch leg.
Yeah, the other side.
Yeah.
All right. And now
Each
your
side is
your
about
back
5
foot,
to
you're
15.
keeping your heel down. Is that correct?
Actually, let me show you. Both feet should be parallel to each other and a little wider. So remember that hip
A
width.
little wider. Okay.
Okay. Now, when you're leaning forward, notice your back heel might come up, right?
Yeah.
But if you press it down, you're stretching the back of the calf muscle. And you use your arms, of course, to balance yourself.
I'm glad we're not doing this on a tightrope. All right, have a seat. We want to share some information with some of our viewers because you're conducting a walking clinic tomorrow, right? So walk, don't run to Looking Glass Bookstore from 3 to 5 p.m. It's located at 318 Southwest Taylor. It's absolutely free. All you have to do is show up down there, and I have a funny feeling they'll have some of his walking books that you might want to pick up and look at and maybe even buy and take home as well. So thanks so much for being with us this afternoon.
You haven't passed the walking clinic yet, but you get a T-shirt anyway. I'm
Oh,
also
an
this is part
honorary
of the,
graduate.
Prevention National Walking Club, which just signed up 70,000 members in the
Well,
last
that's
5
great.
months.
Well, on a serious note, we've had fun today talking about some of the techniques, but walking really has done a tremendous amount of good for millions and millions of people in this country. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very
You've
much.
done a great job.
Thanks.
We'll be right back with more To It For.